Good morning and welcome to the live session and recording of Be the Light Meditations. And here I am. It's early morning in Paris, France. And there's the beautiful little shops all lit up. And that's the topic today, beauty. Now, I'm not in Paris, France, but I love it. I love the feeling, the noises, the smells. I love how I feel there. So I have created a space of beauty that inspires me and lifts my soul. Did you know that beauty is a divine principle? And that's why when you are at a museum, you are beholding a fresh spring bouquet bursting with nuances of color and aromas and little tiny stamen and pollen. There is the part of your brain that feels a sense of divine alignment. So there are seven principles.
Seven principles.
Oh, I'm gonna
I'm gonna
echoing here. I'm wondering what happened. Let's see. Everybody's muted. Okay. Maybe I need to say everything twice and it's naturally echoing. Who knows? But there are seven basic principles that you as a human, before you were born, signed up to bring a certain percent of divine principles back to earth and float it in and weave it in through your work, through going to church, through going to school. Your very presence is weaving in one of these principles: truth, goodness, omniscience, omnipresence, omnipotence, and love and beauty. Seven principles. So the beauty principle is our topic today. And we're not talking about earth determined, commercially determined, media determined beauty, which has actually been misogynistic, controlling, and dominating towards the feminine, towards the sensual, and has caused many women to not like themselves. It's caused young women to starve themselves and to look in the mirror and see a false image, an image where they do not feel beautiful and want to be like the airbrushed, too thin for life models in magazines. So we've done a grave disservice for the feminine and beauty from time immortal. My immemorial, I'm not sure which word, but sounded good, immortal. I have to give my father credit. He would look at women and say, "Oh, she's so skinny." He'd say, "A man likes a little flesh on a woman." And then when he looked at someone who was Jane Mansfield, someone who just was truly fleshy, he would say, "That's so beautiful that she's not too skinny." And that was music to my ears, because in the 50s we were just beginning to think flat tummy, tight, thin. You can never be too thin or too rich. Absolutely not. To live richly is to live with beauty and to live with simplicity of what you need for your next step in life. So back to beauty. I actually have in the bathroom, in our bathroom here in our retreat house, I have a mirror and it says, "There are so many beautiful reasons to be happy." And I said, I already chose that theme today. Beautiful reasons. What does the word beautiful, beauty mean? It means harmony, pleasing, pleasing to the inner senses, the inner feeling world. Why? Because it is in alignment with divine principles of creation. Natural. rounded, soft tissues, luminous, with healthy eating, radiating out, a loving heart is absolutely radiant, radiating life forces connected to the flow of eating and movement and flowing with getting your needs met and feeling safe in a non-fearful state. And this is the beauty that a woman can exude anywhere, anytime, irregardless of what is happening in the external world. We must stop referencing all of our thoughts, all of our perceptions of ourselves from the external world. The picture of beauty changes. In Asia, it's one thing. In America, it's one thing. In the Middle East, it's one thing. How to dress, how to be. And this is the absolute time to clean the slate of the story, the prototypes, the robotic type, automatic assumptions that this is beauty. And that at this moment, to know it doesn't apply to you anymore. Because you, if you're listening to this now or in the future, you're a divine being here wearing the form of physicality for a specific time to appear normal and to not scare anybody. So, as we make this transition, and I'll talk about this later, into our divine bright, magnetizing, all knowing, all being, mastering those 7 principles, being an evolved human being, but being who you really are all the time, there is a little bit of space here between trying to wrestle with, geez, am I a divine being? I'm pretty sure I am now. I know these things, I'm connected to spirit, I feel better, and when I'm totally in it, I do glow. Okay? But then you bounce back and forth. What the divine plan is calling from us right now is to embody and know your own sense of beauty, no matter your physical package. Because someone needs to see you out there being completely happy and at home and radiating out your beauty so that they can feel okay and safe with themselves. You came as a teacher. It's not all about you. It's not about you being comfortable. Of course, that's important. We are role models, and we simply fall in love with ourselves, do what we love, radiate that out, and you can be more beautiful than the most acclaimed model in Vogue magazine. Because the beauty is the beauty principle. It's honoring the elements of life that give life, which means other people can have hope to be in that grace, that they can hold it. They're not the 1% of the thin models and that beauty, which they're always disenfranchised if that's the beautiful people. And that's a formula for that's not even real. They take all their stuff off and they are more real than real. Sometimes those People magazines catch a little picture. But we are way beyond that. However, the people that were meant to wake up and teach still might be stuck a little bit. And by seeing you in the grace of imperfection by world standards, but the grace of self-acceptance, knowing yourself, understanding your rhythms, what you need, and serving yourself as if the Creator would serve you and is always serving you, but you use your mind to get in the middle and short circuit what could create beautiful exterior in tune with your already present pure interior. So that's what we're going to focus on today. So let's take your attention to your heart and your inner knowing and your true home base that knows whatever form you are in was part of your package to be the best teacher, messenger, mentor, example, the best example of you planted in space and time to radiate out the principles, the vibrancy, and the frequency of divine alignment. Has nothing to do with skin color, hair color, fat, thin. But just for a moment, while you're in your heart here, think of the times when you yourself have labeled people. When I was younger, when I was a nurse, I would look at people who were real overweight and think, why don't they just control themselves? And I wasn't compassionate. I would look at gray haired people and say, oh, God, I hope I never get that way. So we have created our own containments, our own resistances, and our own beauty patterns. And know that every being that you encountered, that you had judgment, they felt it. If you felt it, they felt it. So, as an instrument of transition for the new world, wouldn't it be nice to first eradicate and release any labels, judgment, or negativity that we are feeling or radiating out to people that we judge as less than beautiful? So I'm saying this so all of it comes present up into your heart. Why? In a moment, we're going to drop in with the Be the Light meditation and we're going to release it. And now think of all the times through your childhood, all the way up to this moment. It's probably more than a few dozen when you have felt not beautiful, not attractive, not chosen based on physical characteristics. Think about the times. I even ran in beauty contests. I had buck teeth, I had a big butt. Just think of all the times potential suitors, romantic partners, you felt that there was something about your physical body wasn't quite there, and they couldn't see you, and that disappointment. But more importantly, think of the times when you couldn't access that feeling of your own beauty, that you labeled yourself, you limited yourself, and brought your vibration down with negative judgment. Feelings of less than, which affected your self-esteem and self-worth in going out into the world, became part of your experience. Think of the times, all of the times of judgment where other people you could feel were judging you, pigeonholing you, putting a label on your forehead, too fat, too thin, skin not perky enough, whatever. So we ask and intend that as we clear all of this today, so that beauty can reign, beauty can flow through the grid without all of this, we're asking that as we clear it through ourselves today, that we are clearing the archetype. We're clearing the defined patterns of beauty and social mores and all that limitation of marginalization and pain that it has caused. So the beings that are on the call today and others who watch it in the future, this is our task. So here we go. Sit up nice and straight and close your eyes. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. We place a beautiful, it's an octahedron over our body. Don't worry, it just happens if we say it. We place an octahedron over our body, which is a perfect pattern to fit into the grid. So feel as if you were floating, absolutely safe in your own separate compartment from everything else. So we ask and intend that only energies of the highest light may be in this space, in each of our spaces now. We command that all other thoughts, courting, agendas of other people, judgments towards us, and even judgments that we have of other people and towards ourselves are now released. So we may be free of this. Now, as I said that, you may have been feeling different parts in your body, resisting, holding, moving, and these are all ingrained things within your own highway system of feeling, reflecting, perceiving, and being in the world. So I keep talking about what we're doing. Why? To awaken the sleeping vibrations, the things we haven't even imagined. And I'm not talking just consciously, but unconsciously. I am talking to each person's energy field. Let's purge all the old rules and feelings and perceptions that everyone has had around beauty, which have been mistaken, misdirected, and confused. So, with all of that said, take a nice deep breath and let all this old energy go out. Oh, like a balloon emptying of the false beauty templates that have been dogging our social fabric for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, making women commodities, limiting men's true ability to seek and resonate based on false physical premises. And just feel how good it is to let it all go. Okay, take another deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. I'm doing a lot of introductory talk because this is big. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. We take our attention to our heart, and we note that all the old, like I picture a toy room with all the toys of a baby and toddler that we have outgrown. That's all the elements of this story. It's all being thrown out of our energy field so we can be empty and open and free to see, feel, and know our own inner beauty without all that static and noise in the field. Just feel how good that feels. It's like our breathing drops down, our diaphragm drops. You feel grounded in your sit bones. And imagine feeling and thinking all day long, I am beautiful. All that I do operates on the beauty principle. I arrange my environment, my suitcase, my cupboard, my coffee counter to be pleasing in color, in form, in simplicity and practicality. I allow for my clothing to express the joy of this body in the colors, the fabrics. I have my inner gut instinct to guide me what feels to be in alignment with the principles of nature. Color, form, light. So as we slow down, we imagine ourselves going through our life in the next few days, reordering, rearranging things in harmony as our heart radiates out a new divine order. Truly, if you are bringing the fifth dimension here on earth, it is a place of extraordinary balance. Radiant beauty as all elements are respected and used and sing with feeling appreciated. Everything you touch in your environment feels just right. And you are not doing this just for you, because anyone that walks into your environment, when you have carefully done this reordering to this sublime heavenly order, they will be lifted through physics. Lower vibrations move up and meet higher vibration. You are lifting your family, your partner, your colleagues, your community by your attending to the principle of beauty. And some people may say, well, Janice said the 7 principles, and I feel that I'm working 70% on truth and maybe 20% on goodness, and I'm not one to specifically 10% of me feels devoted to beauty. Well, think of letting beauty be the base, the base, the 10% base that allows you to stand and speak your truth. Why? Because you can think straight. Because you're held in an environment that is not distracting, it's not polluting, it doesn't have old memory things pulling your attention towards grief, disappointment, or anger, or gee, I wish I was young again, whatever it is. A beautiful environment allows the nourishment, nurturing, and space for the other divine principles to actually root and grow. So let's take a moment where we're in this light trance and ask yourself, before I was born, which divine principle or which combination of principles did I decide to bring? And how much beauty did I decide to bring? So here they are again. Truth, goodness, love, omniscience, omnipresence, omnipotence, beauty. Just feel into that. And now look around in your present world, the room you're in, your car, your office, your environment, and think, where am I in expressing order, beauty, and harmony with natural divine principles of expressing beauty in these environments? Just give yourself a number, 1 to 10. 1 is very little and 10 is fabulous. Now see how that matches up with what you promised to bring to the earth. For instance, I'm 30% beauty. What I contracted was 30% beauty. And I think I bring an 8 beauty, so I carried it over for many lifetimes. My consciousness, my natural thing is to create beauty, so I didn't need to work on it in this lifetime. Do you see how it works? Beauty is my nature. And in this lifetime, I'm working on truth because I didn't have my voice in other lifetimes. So I hope that helps you see, are you here for your soul to learn more beauty? And if you promise to bring more beauty, give it more attention. And know the value. Your soul can rest. You can think. You can relax. You can work harder with a harmonious, beautiful environment. Excellent. So now we've taken care of external beauty to support you. I'd like you to go into your heart of hearts and take a deep breath and repeat after me in your head. I ask and intend to forgive everyone who has made me feel less than beautiful. And yes, as a child, it did make you feel it. Now, as we're an adult, we can choose. But as a child, other people reflected their beliefs into us. So we are forgiving them now. Take a deep breath and let it all go. Forgive them. They did their best. It's what they were given. Forgive everyone for hurting your feelings, picking you last, not ever picking you, whatever. Take a deep breath and let it go. Now, in your heart of hearts, examine when you yourself have looked in the mirror or thought negative thoughts about yourself related to beauty. Gather all those thoughts up, could be thousands, maybe a million, and put them in a golden bag. For we are house cleaning, we are spring cleaning, and they no longer serve you. We're decluttering this thought field in a golden bag, and we are asking the divine beings of light, we're passing off this baggage, heaviness, mistruths, and we're handing it to the divine beings that are always here waiting to support and assist us, and you get to decide who they are. Jesus, Buddha, Mary Magdalene, whoever you Just pass off that bag and notice how much lighter your heart feels, how easy that was. Now your heart is empty of decisions about your beauty. You're empty about any idea, am I beautiful? And we're not informing ourselves by other people's thoughts. So how do we know? If you are a human with a consciousness and a free will, you are beautiful. Every cell, every breath, everything about it is pure, magnificent, magical, unique, one of a kind beauty. It is the beauty principle in its very essence. A living, breathing form. Blood cells and circulation and a brain and a liver and oh my goodness. So imagine you're opening your crown chakra and we're going to let the Creator tell us, relate to us how we are loved for just being us. No labels, no age, no archetypes, just for who you are. Period. So open your crown chakra and we are asking for the Creator to give us a beautiful sign. Let us know a communication. So let your crown chakra open and just receive, almost as if the Creator is putting a hand on top of your head. That you are a divine creation in my image. Your true beingness, your true core, is the same as the Creator. The same spark, which is, of course, pure beauty, grace, peace, light, perfection. And now receive this truth into your heart. And let this truth of your own beauty, the pure essence of your beingness, in this communion with the Creator, which is your father and mother, the Creator being. For a simple picture, the child, the same divine spark. And let this fill your heart with just complete joy and the specificity of the creation of you from that tiny little cell, the tiny little spark, and how you grew and grew and grew and grew, and are sitting here now, and this divine core essence is being activated to push beyond your core essence and move out into all of your organs and your structures and your bones, so that you are permeated with this divine essence and light, which is beautiful. Why? Because it's harmonically aligned with the divine principle of creation. And that's beautiful. And that's enough. So just feel that all just being folded in and being pushed out, and you're absorbing it and breathing it. Let your eyes fill with it, and let any physical fatigue or physical anomaly, whatever, be completely dredged and frothed up, and all of this divine perfection and beauty is being absorbed in healing and moving, and the past is the past, and this is the new now. It's the new normal. Immense, intense beauty is exuding from your heart out beyond you now, beyond your skin, radiating out into the world. And of course, then your voice is drenched with beauty. If you are feeling and thinking you are beautiful, your words are a swath of frequencies of welcome music to the tired, to those that are feeling less than worthy and beautiful. So take a deep breath and just absorb as you release and forgive yourself for everything up to this moment. And we do forgive ourselves. It was just social programming. And we're choosing to get real and unified and hold the essence of the beauty principle from the Creator, which was always ours to own and be. Now, as it goes through your body like a shower, now it's down into our toes and our feet. So wiggle your fingers and your toes and your feet and feel and say, I am beautiful. Might be so different from anybody else. Of course, supposed to be. I am beautiful. No more thoughts of, well, I'm younger, she's older, she's fatter, she's thicker, she's brighter. I am beautiful. Perfect. Good. We're stressing different syllables each time. I am beautiful. Feels good. I am beautiful. We are all beautiful. All beings are beautiful. Excellent. Just let that sink in. Let that radiate out. And this is bringing heavenly principles to earth, therefore bringing heaven to earth through you. What you promised to do, and you're doing it, starting with you. This just feels wonderful. All these different like ribbons of color and flows through our body. And so we are finished with this part of the meditation. So we ask and intend that it integrate and stabilize and put a beautiful golden resilient egg, the bubble of impermeability. So you are holding this in, and your energy, of course, can go out because it's kind of semi-permeable. You can radiate out you want, but you get to decide what comes in. You are separate from the external. You are responsible for holding this energy and being an inspiration for others to choose higher vibrations. So that's it for today's meditation, and keep making lots of funny things to say in between everything, but I'm not going to. Um, so I'm going to sign off on the recorded part. I'm Jan Jorgensen at Sound and Light Healing Arts, and every Wednesday morning we meet here at 9 o'clock. It was 9:45. We go about 45 minutes and talk a little bit. And then these go up on the website, Sound and Light Healing Arts Wednesday Morning Meditations. And I have them all listed there so you can catch up with any topic. And today's topic was the beauty principle. Funny, stop recording.